I don't normally come on here, so I decided that I should post more on YouTube. So in this video, I want to run everybody through how I went from just a guy with a phone filming videos and making the odd video here and there for maybe €50, bargaining on price, to getting consistent videography gigs every week, almost every day, and doing a lot better because of it. It started off with just me and a phone and an idea how to edit videos. Now I'm the head of content for the Brotherhood. I work with Joshua at JE, one of the top guys at Affinity Sales Training, and I have some other clients of my own. But let me get into the story. It started off almost a year ago, and I was using this phone here. I already had an interest in photography, and through film photography, using this bad boy right here, I learned how to expose images properly and frame and take nice photos. Now, I've always had an interest in this my whole life. I learned to edit videos a long time ago. And it was in the summer last year that I got an idea. I want to start a media company. I want to do this full time. And at the time I was also DJing, had some friends involved in the local music scene in Dublin. And I just said to them, I was like, boys, as a DJ in Dublin, like, content is so important. You need event organizers to see you and other people to see you and to recognize your talent, to get more gigs and grow as an artist. And so I said to them, I was like, look, I can do that for you. Do you want to do it? And I got my first few bits of experience through doing that. And, you know, as I started posting the work that I was doing, eventually people started reaching out. But the problem was, I was bargaining on the price. I wasn't positioning myself well enough. And truth be told, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know too much about business at the time. But in the long run, at the point I'm at now, I realized that how you position yourself and showcase your work is one of the most important things, even if you're not an absolute business wizard. As I said, I was getting inconsistent gigs, maybe €50 here and there, one or two videos, and they weren't very often. It could have been a month or two apart. And eventually, the final straw was an instance where somebody reached out to me just to film one of their DJ sets. I said, yeah, no problem. Hour and a half, something like €50. So I said, yeah, whatever, showed up. And there was other people that were DJing that night, and two of them were like, hey, would you stay back and film our sets as well? We'll pay you. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I did it. I stayed, filmed all of the sets, got home 4 or 5 in the morning that night. And ultimately, only the person who texted me, the first one, paid me. And paid me less than they were supposed to. And this is entirely my fault. This is my fault because, number one, I didn't have clear boundaries. I didn't have set prices. I was hustling. I was bargaining. And thirdly, and a very big one, was I didn't have the belief that I could charge the right price. And I often see this with a lot of people that are doing freelancing. Even if it's photography or editing, they undercharge so much. Like, they do a whole gig for €20. And yeah, don't get me wrong, when you're starting out, it's a great feeling, you're making your own money. But eventually, you're going to realize that it's actually pretty shit and it's not worth your time. And that's going to be the moment that defines whether you stay stuck in a low value niche or you start to position yourself properly. And so I continued on, and eventually, after a long time of dreaming about having it, I got the camera that I'm filming this on. It started off, I was looking at the Canon 50D, and me being a tech snob, ended up going for the Sony a6700. Perfect hybrid camera, photos, videos, whatever. This changed the game for me. Now, when I started out, my videography skills were not any better than they were on the phone, but the capability of my tools were a lot better, and the zoom lens, it made a huge difference. The first gig that I done with the camera was some of the lads that I used to work with in the DJ niche. Again, I wasn't happy with the outcome. At the time though, I did start to realise that I wasn't really running an agency, and I needed to start getting some sort of monthly plans or more expensive, and that didn't really work out with them, so we didn't keep going on with that. And so I spent a lot of time not actually doing work with the camera and just making stuff for myself. Taking videos, taking photos, getting better at using the camera. Then I started getting a bit deeper into researching of how I can actually make more money with this and turn it into a business. And come around December 2025, the Mass Awakening event hosted by Young Irish Entrepreneurs and A Players Club came along. I went to that and met so many people my age, younger, older, that were running their own businesses, agencies, sales guys, everything. And that knowledge in business was exactly what I needed. It's what I didn't have. I was so heavily inspired and motivated, and I had clarity. I kind of knew what I needed to do next, where I needed to go. And from there, it's only been uphill. Started posting content, and that was probably one of the best fucking choices that I've ever made. Completely changed my life for the better. When you start posting the content, you are exposing yourself to chance. Luck is simply more exposure to chance. That's all it is. And by posting content, even if it doesn't get hundreds of thousands of views and likes, it doesn't fucking matter. That's a load of bullshit. When you start posting content that is relative to what you're doing, you're putting yourself in front of your ICP, your ideal client persona. The right people are going to see it. The right people are going to notice it. And next thing you know, people are going to reach out to you and opportunities are going to come your way. But in the beginning, when you're reaching out to people, the fact that you are posting content, it shows, posting content, first of all, that demonstrates your expertise, your knowledge. It shows that this guy isn't a joke. He's not just he's real. It's a real person who actually knows what he's doing. It gives you 10 times more leverage when you actually reach out to somebody, just a cold DM. They don't know you. And at the point I'm at now, I'm pretty much just doing videography, traveling. I follow them around, running, gun, shooting. Filmed a documentary yesterday. Pretty soon we're getting flown out to Ibiza. Some other bits coming up. Fly out trips. I'm not going to speak about them just yet. All of that came from posting content, man. All of it. And the big one. One person I reached out to, Mr. James Hempton, one of the founders of the Brotherhood and the owner of the James Hempton podcast. If you don't know it, go watch it. It's fucking great. I reached out to him because I seen, he's involved in the Brotherhood. He's running a podcast. He's trying to post his own content, and I seen that the posting consistency of his own content was off. It wasn't too consistent, and that got me thinking. This guy has a lot on his plate. Maybe he needs help with it. So I sent a DM, and him, knowing lots of guys in business, straight to the point, no beating around the bush. Owen, what's your offer? I want to know. Hit me. And so I hit him with the offer. And now I'm the head of content of the Brotherhood, long story short. Another big opportunity that I got from posting the content was the opportunity to work with the guys at Affinity Sales Training for their event series and some extra work in between. It's very week by week, so I don't really know what's going to happen in the future with it, but there is huge upside potential with that. And it all came off the back of posting and just putting in the effort and being consistent. For a lot of people that are into this, it is the dream job, and you can do it for a while, like I said, as a freelancer, making small money, and it's great until you hit a point where you actually need to start making money, and then you feel like, maybe I can actually do this. The truth is, you can. You just need to learn about the business side of things, and don't ever fucking give up. Don't ever give up. Like, if it's really your passion, I'm at the point now. I am literally living the dream. I'm not rich. I'm not a millionaire, but I am literally living the dream. I'm living my dream. I won't say they couldn't get any better for me. They are gonna get better, but you know what I mean. And really, I would say, if you have a passion of any sort, start posting, start making content. You're gonna have the typical excuses. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. It doesn't matter. Just pick up the phone and just pick up the phone and start talking. Pick up the phone and start talking. That's it. Simple as that. On to my final point. Back to positioning. Now I mainly work with Irish entrepreneurs, creators slash builders. That is my ICP. As you can tell, it's not a low value niche, it's a high value niche, and the demand is there. In the current content economy, somebody has to make the videos. Now, certain brands in this day and age are using AI for their promos, but there's a certain type of content that AI can't replace, and that is the vlog style, or being followed with a camera. So it really depends. It really depends on the brand and if they have any sort of artistic vision or not. Also, budget. With AI, you can make what would have costed €10,000 to produce for €100 a month, if even. And in terms of my own personal branding content, I post some authority content. Like I said, I'm showing off what I know and demonstrating to people that I'm not just some random guy with a camera. I know what I'm doing. There's a reason behind everything. There's intent. And I'm good at my craft. You want to show that you're obsessed. I am obsessed. All day, every day. This is all I do. I film. I'm working on content. I'm planning ideas. We're making a documentary at the moment. I've never been so energized about doing one thing. And it sounds crazy. But that is what passion is. And it could be something else for you. I'm also constantly trying to improve my editing skills, my videography skills, and my gear. Gear is expensive. I have damaged my lens. It's kind of fucked up my plans a little bit. And just working harder and harder because it just keeps getting better, more enjoyable. You just got to keep going because eventually the fruits of your labor will show, and then you won't ever want to go back. I appreciate the watch. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to do my best to post consistently on here. That's it. Yeah. Subscribe for more.